SmackDown, SmackDown, SmackDown. What do we got going tonight on SmackDown? The fallout from SummerSlam last Saturday. So there's a lot to talk about on SmackDown in a way. I guess some newsworthy things going on. What will be the fallout of everything that happened at SummerSlam, eh? Live from, Little Rock, Arkansas and whatnot tonight. We do kick off the show with the new SmackDown Women's Champion, Becky Lynch, getting a big reaction and whatnot. Basically saying that the man has come around to Little Rock. She said it's great to be back on top again, that she's missed the fans, that she's worked really hard to get back here. And, you thought if I was dangerous before, you don't know how deadly I will be. And now it brings to the SummerSlam, which people did boo. And, she's heard with the fans. There's a lot of controversy and whatnot. But I just wanted to say I'm sorry for nothing. Okay? Because you all know what I would do to get to this spot again. You don't know how crazy I can go. Okay? But next, Bianca Belair came out saying she's not going to make excuses. She was cool with happening at SummerSlam. Well, she wasn't cool with happening at SummerSlam, I should say. And that she wants a rematch and whatnot. So they could tear the house down right now. But before she can even say anything else, Zelina Vega came out saying that you're begging for a match like a little dog. So I want a match next, which I don't know how. Zelina Vega has not won a match yet ever since she came back to this company. So I'm still sitting there trying to wonder, what gives you any right to get a match right now? Carmella came out then saying she only had 1 hour to prepare in advance, and she didn't have time to get her hair and nails done and whatnot. So, she couldn't, she couldn't really, she wasn't prepared and whatnot. Of course, Graves go along with that. I'll get to that in a second. But next, Liv Morgan came out, and she doesn't understand why, why are you all in the title picture when you guys get beat every week? And Carmella basically says, where have you been? In catering, huh? But Bianca says, nah, none of y'all ain't got nothing to do with this. This is between me and her. Okay, so we're going to give the fans what they want. But Becky was like, nah, and ended up leaving. Another time. So, Becky, I've heard this week that they said it's supposed to be turning her heel. I don't know why. Especially given the reaction from SummerSlam last Saturday. I don't know why you want to turn her heel. That doesn't make sense, but obviously given what happened in SummerSlam, and I'm sure everyone has agreed that was a bunch of bullshit and a bullshit booking decision, maybe they'll try to make her heel right now, which they look like they already kind of starting to, especially after just kind of walking out saying like, nah, I'm not doing this tonight. So she ended up leaving out then. So I don't know what will... I don't know what really is expected from all this. Next thing you know, Bianca and everybody start brawling with each other then before going into commercial. But yeah, Becky Lynch backing down right now. We'll see what goes along with that. But it ended up being a fatal four-way then right after to see who will become the #1 contender for the SmackDown Women's Championship. Of course, Vega was eliminated first. So once again, what matches Zelina Vega won ever since she came back. Bianca hit the KOD on her. Morgan hit her finisher on Carmella then. And then we actually had a pretty good match between both Bianca and Liv Morgan and whatnot, but Bianca still ended up getting in the win. I'm surprised Liv Morgan has not been on TV. She hasn't been on TV since July, I believe, or since Money in the Bank, if I'm not mistaken. So it's kind of crazy and whatnot, how she hasn't really been seen in a while. Now, here's a better question, too, before I move on with this. Where's Toni Storm been? Does anybody know where Toni Storm is at? We haven't seen Toni Storm since, her debut? And how long was that ago? Like 1-2 months ago at this point? Yeah, what happened to Toni Storm? Anybody want to answer that question? So, I'm just saying. But yeah, Bianca ended up getting the win, so she will get a shot at the title again. Rematch at some point in time, maybe at the next pay-per-view. We'll see what happens with that. One thing I did see before I move on to the next segment, I saw what everybody's been talking about today, about the new NXT logo, which looks like a Nickelodeon graphic for some reasons, everyone said, especially from the 90s, and I got Wale rapping over it, so I don't know what's going on with this, but hey, apparently NXT is supposed to be having this big revamp and whatnot, so they've even changed the logo. This looks like something Nickelodeon would have made, but not sure what's going on with that. Also tonight, obviously the commentary team has changed. Unfortunately, Pat McAfee ended up catching COVID-19 this week, so I guess he will be back until, he finishes quarantine and whatnot. Speedy recovery to him. But they did put Corey Graves and Kevin Owens out there on commentary tonight. Next, Paul Heyman was heading to the back until Caleb Braxton stopped him. And I guess wanted to answer about the whole Brock thing and whatnot, but he didn't really want to talk about it. So he tried to go in the Roman's locker room, but the door ended up being locked, so he couldn't get in. And Heyman was back there and asked Kayla, do you have anything else to do other than stalk me? Next thing you know, the Usos came out. Hey, what's good, OG? What's good with all that stuff? He's talking to they're talking to Heyman. And why is the door locked and whatnot? And they said, Reigns ain't here yet, but you had to know something about Brock showing up, right? Heyman said, I don't know nothing. And then, why were we sent to the locker room before his match with Cena then? Hey, Roman did that. I didn't tell y'all do that. But the Uso says, this family's built on trust and whatnot, okay? So, you had to know something, all right? So, what you know? But the Usos end up leaving Heyman back out there then, I guess wondering whose side is Paul Heyman really on, okay? Is he on Brock's side, or is he on Roman's side and whatnot? Also, Cesaro went against Chad Gable. Still trying to get this Otis. I will say at least they've revamped Otis. I'll give them that. But it ended up being a DQ finish. Otis got involved, and Otis and Chad Gable ended up taking out Cesaro in. Next thing you know, I guess they would say Roman would be headed to the building. But next thing you know, Baron Corbin, who doesn't look like a bum. He's not bum-ass Baron anymore. He's got this nice car. He's clean-shaven. He looks like he's taking a shower. He's got this nice suit on and whatnot. He's happy Corbin now, okay? So he's filthy rich. He's happy. He's back in the game. He's not a man half past dead anymore. Which he came out. He had this new music and everything. Just he's got champagne in the ring. Just a red velvet rope out there. And talked about he hit rock bottom and now he looks incredible. And the best part, he's the happiest man in the world, which I guess he ended up winning in Vegas when SummerSlam was there. And I guess he gambled his way to the top, so he made it to the jackpot. He's got a new Bentley. Like I say, he's got that fedora. He's got the Frank Sinatra look going on right now. He's got it all. He's got the money. He's a new man and whatnot, okay? And, his wife even welcomed him home and had Wagyu beef on the table. Fans chanting, you deserve it. And then he agreed with it. But, since he's happy Corbin now, he's the happiest man alive. No one can bring him down. And, he even called out Big E, okay? Talk about the whole Money in the Bank thing. And, listen, I'm sorry for what happened and whatnot. And Big E says, I'm happy. You don't smell bad anymore, okay? But Corbin says, I just want to make sure everything's all cool with the whole Money in the Bank thing. But he wants to buy it now. It's about, 20, 50 grand. Big E wasn't going for it. And, Corbin says, listen, man, you probably wouldn't successfully cash in anyway, all right? I've seen people lose. Yeah, like you and whatnot, Big E had pointed out. But Corbin said, how about this? $100,000. But Big E said, it's a lot of bread. His kids need braces. But he was like, hell no, it ain't happening. And then he pulled out a sandwich, a pencil, and then Arkansas Razorback stuffed animal, which did pop the crowd. And then I don't know what they were doing. I'm not from Arkansas, but like they did some type of chants and whatnot. But Corbin says, I'm too rich and too happy for this. And, Corbin, basically told Big E, you're just miserable and everything, okay? So you don't want to take the cash. You're going to regret this. But Big E says, you know what? I'm done playing games. So if you hit the bricks, I'm going to smack the crap out of you. Which Corbin says, you know what? I'm cool. I'm leaving. So, yeah, Corbin is now happy Corbin now. He's not half past dead. He's not a poor man anymore. He's a new man now. So, Corbin trying to do his... He's rich now, so he's not the poor man anymore. But we've been hearing about this happy Corbin thing for a while. Next, Edge, which, what happened in SummerSlam, he said was satisfied, and he had to go back to the most dark, savage person of himself. But now that he doesn't have to worry about Rollins anymore, he's going to go back to what he was doing in the first place, going for the Universal title. So I guess he's back in a title hunt now. Seth Rollins, which looked like he was wearing a mink coat. I don't know, he's the drip god still, apparently. But, he had a minute to think about what happened over a week. And you know what? Some say it's a match of the year. And it's one of Edge's greatest victories and whatnot. So, SummerSlam, he's a Hall of Famer. He's had a Hall of Fame career. He's built this for himself. But he wants to go back for the Universal title. And you know what? He said he should be a little bit more like Edge, he said. And he thanked Edge. And he congratulated him. So, congratulations. Which, obviously, this must be a scheme by Rollins at some point in time. We'll see what happens with that. So, boom. We'll see where that goes. Roman Reigns did arrive to the building. I like their new T-shirt, by the way. Paul Heyman stood there, just scared and everything. He stood in front of the door. Reigns said, "I got my own door now," and Heyman opened it, and Reigns said, "You coming?" And Heyman followed him as he was very nervous, and Roman didn't know what was going on. Nakamura and Rick Boogs went against Rude and Ziggler, the Dirty Dogs. Boogs, man, they're giving him wins. I give him that. I get he's over, but they're giving him wins out there. Pinning Ziggler. Say pinned a former world champion. You would forget he was one at one point, but yeah, Boogs, they are really giving him wins out there. I know they had Cruz and General Aziz back there call him out and everything. So I guess probably be a rematch from that. Next, Naomi returning. We have not seen Naomi in a while. We knew Naomi was coming to SmackDown. And she told Sonya Deville, I'm here. I'm the newest member around. Once about my first match. But Sonya Deville basically I didn't even know you were coming to SmackDown. Okay. And right now, we really don't got nothing for you. Okay. So I didn't even know. But Naomi says, you got something. But Sonya you know what? Well, I'll get back to you next week. Okay. She just went back to looking at her phone. And so Naomi's return, not really eventful, I should say. Not eventful at all. Next, though, what we have next? Rey Mysterio and Dominik were in the back as, Rey says, Dominik, you got to go fly on your own right now. What happened last Sunday was Sunday, but I don't know who your opponent is, but you got to go out there and do this on your own, okay? Which he went against Sami Zayn. We haven't seen Sami Zayn since, I think, when the fans first came back. Fidel Castro himself went against Dominik. Fidel Castro. Sami ended up getting the win, a haluva kick. Rey entered the ring to check on Dom, but Dominik then was kind of pissed off then and, left without Rey as he tried to talk to him. Obviously, Dominik's going to turn on Rey at some point, and I guess, it's going to be Rey versus Dominik soon. So, we'll see what happens with that because we all know it's coming, okay? Next, Reigns and crew were in the back. Usos, they were going out there. Heyman and gave the title to Roman. Roman says, what do you want me to do with that? Heyman said, this is a family celebration. It's your family. But Reigns says, no, you family too, man. Let's go. Come on. And Heyman went out there. As he looked still scared, the whole squad came out, Roman and crew. Heyman gave him the microphone, but Reigns and told Heyman tell the fans to acknowledge him. As he did the big intro for Roman Reigns and whatnot. And that you all should be singing the praises of him and whatnot, that we've seen enough and got rid of Cena again and sent them back to Hollywood. Even sent the Usos to the tag team champions. There was a Uso chant in the crowd then. But as Paul continued to talk, then Balor, we haven't seen in the past few weeks, came out saying that Roman, you think I forgot after I was screwed out of a match at a SummerSlam by Cena? Balor says I'll get Cena at some point in time, whenever. But you talk about Edge is going back for the title. Brock's back and he's going back for the title. And Balor said, I don't want to wait in any lines, okay? I could challenge you to Extreme Rules, but, I'm not going to wait anymore. I want you next week on SmackDown, okay? Balor ended up attacking Reigns then. The Usos got involved. Street Profits came for the save after that. Balor ended up hitting the shotgun drop kick onto, I think it was Jey Uso in the ring. And then the coup de grace onto Jey. As, he looked on at Roman. Will he get his title shot next week? I don't know. I kind of expected Brock to show up here tonight. I'm surprised that didn't even happen. You think they would probably advertise him for SmackDown tonight, but not apparently. But now, since everybody's going for the Universal title right now, let's see what's going to happen. Obviously, Brock versus Roman is going to be set up probably for a bigger, just for a bigger stage or a bigger event at some point in time. Maybe Survivor Series if they're willing to go that far, but they're going to wait on that. Balor getting his match next week. We'll see where that happens. And where does Edge fall in line and all of this? When will Edge get his title shot? Like I said, everybody's going for the title right now. Cena, I guess, now been sent back to Hollywood. So, probably won't see him for a long time anyways. But, yeah. Basically, yeah, Balor getting a title shot next week. So, SmackDown had a couple things going on this week. Not much, but obviously fallout from SummerSlam. Like I said, Naomi coming back to really not much of, anything, but I guess it's leading to somewhere. Balor, we haven't seen, I wouldn't say it was return, but Balor haven't been seen in a couple weeks. Is Becky Lynch really a heel right now since they're saying that? Corbin getting all the money back now, so he's not a poor man out there at this point. Rey possibly, Dominik probably turning on Rey. And Heyman, how long will he be part of the squad with Roman until maybe one betrays the other, because now the question is he with Brock? Where does Paul Heyman's allegiance lie? But no Brock tonight, so don't know where this is going to go. But other than that, that's my review of SmackDown. Comment, subscribe, follow me on Twitter at HoodedKnight890. I'm out of here. I will see you guys later. Peace out. Watch out for that Rampage review. So other than that, done.